Hello, my name is Mr. Sternberg, and today I'm here to talk to you about my intelligence theory. I believe that there are 3 types of intelligence. You have your analytical, which is your problem solving. You have your creative, number 2, which is your creativeness, the big boom in your head when you get an idea. The light bulb goes off, creative. And your practical sense, which is your adaptation, how you react to new environments. And today I'm here to apply these, talk to you about how I apply these to my subject, Julia Marcy. First, analytical. She's a very good problem solver, when she's very good at untying knots, very good at solving those problems. When something breaks, like say a television cord, just plug that sucker right back in, she's got it. But as for, logical thinking, like you're stuck in a zoo, how do you get out without getting eaten by the lions? She would most likely have a panic attack and not be able to make it out because the lions would eat her. But, everyday stuff, she's got it. It's in there. And her creative aspect. She is very creative. Nothing like I've ever seen before. She's always doing things her own way. She never wants to follow the path of anybody else. She just does and does and does whatever she wants. But it's always in a sense that you would never believe. You know what I'm saying? It's something very strange, as sharpening a pencil. She uses the manual sharpener instead of the electric. Strange, right? That's what I was thinking. And it's also things like her ideas. Having a cow backpack. Now, most of you wouldn't think of having a cow backpack, would you? No, it's because it's Julia's original creative ideas. Her widespread plan. And next, her practical intelligence. She can adapt. She's very social. She can adapt to new social situations. But as for, living somewhere, she would go a little nutso. Like, for example, a couple of weeks ago, she spent the night at her grandparents' house and cried for her mummy. Sad, I know. But, new environments, she's very good. She knows how to control herself, what people are expecting from her, and how to boost those. And she traveled to Spain and Germany a couple years ago with her family, and she's very adapted to the new environment. She knew right away that Germans, they ride bikes, they will run you over, they don't stop for anyone. And she had to adapt to that and knew to jump out of the way. And she learned that very quickly, very in thinking. And also, she went to Spain and she knew follow the crosswalks because they drive like morons. Literally. Literally. No one stops for a stoplight. So you have to follow the crowd. She almost got hit by a car because she was having her mother who had fallen off the curb. So, that is my theory and how it applies to Julia Marcy. And that is all the time we have for today because my producer is yelling at me from the background. You can't see him, but hey Tom! How you doing? Twiddle your thumbs. Now I got to go. He's about to throw a tomato. See ya!
Hello. My name is Mr. Guilford. I'm here to talk to you today about my intelligence theory. I believe that there are 3-dimensional intelligence. You have a 3-dimensional intelligence. First is your content. Your visual, your auditory, your symbolic, your somatic, and your behavioral. The second dimension is your products. Sorry, I look at my notes when I get nervous. Your products is your units, your classes, your relations, your systems, your transformations, your implications, sorry. I also do a little body touchy when I get nervous too. Next is your operations, your cognition, your memory, your divergence production, and convergent production, and your evaluation. And today I'm going to talk to you, like the other theorists did, about how I apply this to Julia Marcy's intelligence. Well, first off, for her content, visual. She's very observational. She notices things most wouldn't have noticed. Next is her auditory. She's a very bad listener. Most of the time when teachers say directions, she doesn't listen. or she has selective hearing and she decides not to listen, or she just gets lost because her ears don't really attach to her brain, so she gets a little confused with their direction. And the next is symbolic. She's very good at picking up things in cartoons, like what they mean. Like today she watched Tangle 4 times and she found that the little chameleon turns blue when he's sad. It's very symbolic. And next, her behavioral. She's crazy. I mean, she's crazy. Her behavior is off the charts. Her parents classically conditioned her off the charts. In the next, I'm going to talk to you about my second dimension and how that applies to Julia. Her units, her classes, her relations, her systems, her transformations, and her implications. So I'm going to talk about her relations because we're running out of time here today on Theorist News. It's approximately 4:30. I don't have a watch, I tricked you. Her relations, she's very good at keeping relationships with people and making them because she likes people and yes. And then, she doesn't like class. No, doesn't do well in class. Transformations, she doesn't transform very well. She's not a transformer. You know what I'm saying? And now on to my third dimension of intelligence. 3 like this, not like this. The third dimension, 3 like this, not like this, is operations. Her cognition, her memory, her divergent production, her convergent production, and her evaluation. She's very cognitive. She's always thinking. You never know what she's going to say next. Ha! Just kidding. She doesn't think. She just lets stuff fly out of her mouth. Ha! And next is her memory. So that child remembers everything. And yeah. In divergent production, she's a very synthetic and creative thinker. She doesn't like to follow the path of new and improved functions, but she does come up with her own ways to open-ended problems and figures out her own creative aspects on how to solve them. Well, as for her convergent production, she's not very good at giving the right answer. She's not very good at it at all. And that's all the time we have for today, folks. See you later.